Hello, everyone. How you all doing? Yes, welcome to the New Zealand Young Piper of the Year competition, and we're about to get into the light music. Oh, it's exciting! Now, for those of you who did manage to catch the Pembroke live stream from this morning in New Zealand, I have to say, there we go. Yeah, technology gremlins are, yeah, very much a thing. There you go. So, how you doing? I'm back. Thank you for sticking with us. Yeah, so as I said, the Pembroke competition this morning, absolutely fantastic. And was able to go back and rewatch a lot of those performances, and I would stress that you do the same. A lot of those runs were just absolutely stupendous. Yeah. So we're about to get into the light music competition. So we're in for an absolute treat here. I have no doubt. If the standard of play this morning is anything to go by, then yeah, I think we're in for some real good tunes to be played here. All right. So before we do, and we welcome on our first competitor, we have to go through our sponsors. These guys who make this show possible. I have to say a big shout out to Admiral's Motor Inn. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Our other sponsor, we have Bryce's Bagpipes. Yeah, shout out to them. We also have the FICO.co.uk, or I was going to say UK.co.nz, FICO Finance. We also have the Nelson Centre of Musical Arts. That's the actual venue that we're at here today. And we also have the Pub Charity Limited. Also, shout out to Morrison Mitsubishi. Yeah, thank you, guys. And the William Boyle Memorial Foundation, of course. There you are. And that's our associated sponsors who help make this event possible. Yeah. So, again, for those of you who did manage to tune in and catch the Pembroke competition, you were in for an absolute treat. Again, I can't stress enough for you to be able to go back and rewatch that again. It was just brilliant. So we're about to get into the light music competition, and yeah, but quite a number of people tuning in actually. Let's go through some of the comments. There's Guy saying it's alive. Yes, it is. We're alive indeed. We also have Tommy saying hello and good morning from Denmark. Hey Tommy, thanks for tuning in, mate. That's nice, brilliant, good stuff. Hello from New York, from Tim. Hello Tim, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and he corrects a spelling mistake. There you go. Grant, I didn't even notice your spelling mistake at this time in the morning here in the UK. But anyway, I have to say, you can drop us a comment no matter where you're tuning in from right now. And yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from. It's always great to hear whereabouts people are catching us. Yeah. Now, the light music competition. This is where I have one of our expert pundits as well. Mr. Liam Kernahan's going to be joining us. So he'll be here to help us wrap up each performance as it happens. All right, so I think we have 11 competitors all together here, looking at my script in front of me, although that may change. So this is very much a live situation. Also, with technology and live events and everything, we may experience some blips in the system, which we have been experienced with the Pembroke. We will do our best to keep those to an absolute minimum. But hi, it's one of these things, live events, it all happens. So, we will do our best to soldier on and bring you as best coverage as we possibly can. Yeah. And just as I say that, we have a technical hiccup there. Isn't that brilliant? That's just like the perfect timing on my end. I don't know. Yeah, it's nearly sod's law. Isn't that what they say here in the UK? That if something's going to go wrong, it'll go wrong. There you go. So we're getting more comments in. Kia ora, my uso from Westport. There you go, Westport. Thank you for tuning in. There you go. There's Michael. Hello, morning. How you doing? Yeah, sleepyhead. Yeah, because it is very early in the morning here in the UK. I have to say, I think maybe I got an Irish kip there. I think between the Pembroke now and the light music. Very much looking forward to this, though, I have to say. And there's Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Good morning. That is here in the UK. Or right there in New Zealand. Good evening. How you doing? Yeah, we are doing this weird time travel thing right now because it is almost 6 p.m. in New Zealand. So we're looking forward to some thumping good tunes. All right, so let's get into our first act then. Let's chat about who we're about to see. So we see a couple of judges here sitting at the table. There's 3 judges this time. There we go. Yeah, so they're all sitting there getting ready. Our first competitor then is Nicholas Weston. Yes. So Nicholas is 17 years old, and he got a start when he first heard his mum and his granddad playing, and he just wanted to get mixed into the middle of everybody. Yeah. He's been playing competitively now for 3 years, and we were talking about his particular setup earlier and how good it sounded. He actually plays a full set of Henderson drones and plays an Infinity Chanter. There you go. He doesn't currently play in a band, however, but has been, playing competitively as a solo artist. So whenever he was asked who inspires him, he says his mum and his granddad and his godfather as well. There you go. We did ask him the question. In fact, we asked all of them the question, what would it mean to win this event for you? And he said, a lot. This is becoming the most prestigious event for young pipers in New Zealand, and I have to agree. Yeah, because what's on offer here is not only the title of New Zealand Young Piper of the Year, but you also manage to walk away with $1,000 in your sparring for your trouble. Now, that's not too shabby at all. Like, really? You're going to be everybody's best mate. I have to say. So there you go. Let's go on. Nicholas, as I say, has been playing pipes for quite a while now. I say he's 17 years old. But we did ask him what hobbies did he have outside of piping. And he's got quite a few. He loves going to the gym. He plays the guitar as well. He loves to do art. He goes to quiz nights. And, of course, hanging out with his mates. Yeah, there you go. So we did also ask what is his preference. Does he prefer playing Pembroke or light music? And his answer was that he loves playing the big music. The Pembroke, of course, yes. So if anything, I'm finding that recently with a lot of our solo artists is that they really enjoy playing Pembroke now. Yeah. Now, personally, I haven't really delved into the world of Pembroke playing. I would really love to, though. Especially after listening to what happened this morning. Whew. Some of those performances were just amazing. Anyway, we did get a lot of questions earlier asking about tartans, and Nicholas will be wearing the Aran Mist tartan. Yeah. All right, so we're seeing some movement on stage here. So will we see Nicholas actually hit the stage here soon? Hope so. Don't know. We are seeing some sort of signs of movement and life there. There we are. If anything, I think that was one of the judges went and sat down. Or were they a judge? I'm not sure. We're now down to 2 people there sitting at the desk there, by the looks of things. There you go. So, as always, you can drop us in a comment wherever you're watching us right now. Please do drop us in a comment. Let us know whereabouts you are. And then, of course, if there's anyone that you're cheering for as well. It's always great to see whenever our competitors get such great support from all around the world, for that matter. So, yeah, do drop them a comment and say, yeah, go on, have a good tune. You are. And also, don't forget to do the usual, YouTube-y type thing, the like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of thing. And, of course, to share this out there, of course, so we can get as many people to enjoy this amazing music here from New Zealand. Right. So, I think at this point, I'm going to take myself a little short break. Maybe... Oh, no. Hold on. That fella's coming back again. There we go. We're not sure if he's a steward or a judge or... Not sure. I don't know. Yeah, this is... I don't know. I'm not across everything, I guess, but I'll do my best. But we did notice earlier that there was quite a number of runners that were, responsible for getting people to practice room to the auditorium and all that. So there's a lot of volunteers who make this event happen. And nope, he's taking a seat next to the judge. So he must be a judge. There you go. I can only assume that. There you are. I guess we'll find out for sure whenever he has a clipboard in his hand. Yeah. So there you go. I think, he's looking pretty settled there. Oh, and there's a clipboard. All right. He's a judge. He's a judge. All right. And here comes a runner. There you go. Look, run. You. There you go. So, looking forward to seeing Nicholas now. And the set of pipes that we've been playing, I don't know. The tone seems to be the number one factor for all of these competitors, I have to say. So I'm interested to learn about their setups. Playing a set of Henderson Jones and an Infinity Chanter. There we go. So we seem to have an on-stage MC, which we can't hear, of course, because you guys are listening to me right now. And don't worry, you won't have to listen to me for the full duration of all of this. I am bringing on somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. I'm bringing Liam on, and he's going to help wrap up all of our performances. Doing a bit of talking on stage here, hopefully introducing Nicholas. Keep your comments coming in, folks. There is another one. Good evening from Palmerston North, New Zealand. Many thanks for the live stream. You're very welcome. Yes, thank you for tuning in. There you go. So I'm telling you, we're getting quite an international audience there, from Denmark to New York to Palmerston North. There you go. And I do know there's quite a number of people actually tuning in from the UK right now, who just may not be commenting. Because I do know that if you are watching this on the big screen in your living room, for example, it's very difficult to type a comment on your TV. There you are. But if you are, then please do send us in a Big Rab Show selfie. We always love to see those for any of you out there that are holding watch parties. Yeah, love to see those. And you can email them, bigrabshow@gmail.com. All right. So, as I say, Nicholas has a preference for the big music, for the Pibroch, but we're into the light music right now. So, but I dare say this is going to be some bagpipe and fireworks. If you've ever watched the New Zealand Young Piper of the Year from previous years, you're in for an absolute treat here with some of the runs that these youngsters can provide. It's just, I don't know. I did spend some time and I looked back at previous years and some of the runs over the years, but just, I don't know. As we say here in the Rab Show, they can play tunes that melt your face. And that you'll just be like, what? So that's what this will be. I have absolutely no doubt. There we are. So, okay, I think we are waiting and we're seeing some movement there. Our MC has just finished there. Yeah. All right. Hopefully we will see Nicholas in the wings at some point here. Yeah. Alrighty. So, drop us in comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Of course, don't forget to hit that like button. We haven't received many likes just yet, but we're only starting. But drop them in. Here's Nicholas. All right. Let's enjoy this first performance then, shall we?
G'day, mate. Now, look, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear you at all. So, I don't know
Oh,
if you're
there you go. Yeah, I'm muted. That's why.
poor Mario.
There you go. See, I don't know. That's what a lack of sleep does there, right there.
You're doing well, mate. You're doing very well for how much sleep you have.
Man. So, what did you think there of that performance?
Yeah, look, I think Nicholas will be really happy with that. That was really, really solid and always hard to be first up in a competition. So, yeah, really, as you mentioned, there's been lots of great bagpipes today, and that was certainly one of them. Very, very good bagpipe and stayed really well in tune. And all three tunes, musically, for me at least, really enjoyable. The march was super well balanced and lots of nice swing there. Pretty difficult technical tune, yeah, in Duran. So he handled that really well. Thought, yeah, Stress Bay, really good lift. And he was going for it with both the Stress Bay and the reel, so that was good. And taking the reels, good lilt, and musically really, really enjoyable. So yeah, really good start to the competition. I don't know about you, but yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely a stellar start there. That's one of the things I noticed, especially as a drummer, is the rhythm of things, and that Stress Bay had a huge bounce to it, and that's one thing that I know drummers are definitely after. There you go. So yeah, what a brilliant start. Not bad. So
yeah, well, and 10 more to go as well, which is incredible. So we're in for a great
absolutely.
night.
I think so, yeah, for sure. So next up, actually, competitor number 2, then we have is Lucas Patterson. Yeah. Now, with the interview that we had with Lucas, it turns out he's 17 years old, and he got a start from watching his granddad play. There you are. So piping's in the family there. So he's been playing competitively for 7 years, and we're going to do this for each player now. We're going to talk about their setup. He's playing a full set of Strathmore pipes. Yeah, I think Strathmore seems to be very popular, Liam. Yeah.
Yeah, very popular in New Zealand. Yeah, so Murray Henderson is obviously the owner and manufacturer and all of that for Strathmore, and certainly very big out here in New Zealand. Great bagpipe, as are all of them on display tonight, actually.
There you go. So we did ask Lucas about his own band history as well. And he started competing at the age of 10. He started playing with Canterbury Caledonian Grade 4. And then for the last 5 years, he's been playing with the St Andrews College A. There you are. And then the Grade 2 pipe band. And then this year he was pipe major. There you are. So fair play. So looking forward to seeing Lucas, actually. Yeah. We did ask him who inspires him. This is a very tough question for a lot of competitors to answer. He said, okay, let's name a few, he says. What about Richard Hawke? Yeah. Greg Wilson? Campbell Wilson? Liam Kernahan? There you are. You mentioned yourself. He said Stuart Easton as well. Murray Henderson, Callum Beaumont, Stuart Little, all for obvious reasons, he says. There you are. There you go. And so we did ask him what would it mean to him if he won this competition. He said it would be incredible, a tick off as one of his lifetime goals. Yeah, there you are. So another interesting question is what would a usual practice week look like for him? And again, I don't know about you, but sometimes it's lucky if I can get practicing once a week. But for some of these competitors, it's every single day. He said during the week, he said a couple of nights on his pipes, and then in between schoolwork, farm work, socialising, and everything else, he would do a lot of work on his own practice chanter as well. So he also has band practice once a week and a pipe lesson with Richard Hawke, of course, as well, on top of all of that. So, yeah, he's an incredibly busy guy by the sounds of things, that's for sure. Yeah. Again, when we asked about the preference between the light music or the big music, again, said Pibroch. Yeah, Pibroch seems to be the tunes of choice here, Liam. It's a big attraction for the Pibroch world, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And so Lucas was also one of the 3 kids. Well, I shouldn't say kids, young people that were in Scotland, obviously early this year, and performed really well. And obviously Pibroch was a major part of that. So fair play to him.
There you are. Well, let's get a listen to him. He's on stage now. There you are. Many thanks, Lucas. What a great run that was, Liam, eh?
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's had the benefit of being in Scotland. I really enjoyed that as well. Great performance.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, and we were talking about that swing earlier. I think definitely heard that coming through there. I don't know. And yeah, that's the Strathmore bagpipes. Definitely a big tone there too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can hear it coming through crystal clear there. It was really lovely and lovely and resonant. And I think, again, really similar to Nicholas, all three tunes, lots of nice music there and keeping things moving, which is really important. I think probably just something that the judges will sit there and weigh up is just a few little bits on that bottom hand there and just sort of a very slight variable blowing on the high and the high G, but that's really minor stuff. I think overall, again, Lucas would be really happy with that. It was really enjoyable.
Oh, brilliant run, yeah, for sure. I have to say, like this venue, I know the camera angle doesn't really give it justice, but this is quite a huge venue, and there's a lot of people watching. Plus, there's us on the cameras and that too, so there's a lot, to take in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got those three men, and it might be helpful for the listeners just to very quickly explain who they are. So in the middle there, you've got Greg Wilson, who's, I guess, the senior judge there tonight, and his record speaks for itself. His son, actually, Campbell Wilson, has won this competition, I think, 5 times, is now aged out. So I'm sure everyone else who's competing will be breathing a sigh of relief. On his right there, Nigel Foster, who was the guy walking around a little bit. He is, in fact, a judge.
He is, there you go, yeah.
And very, very well-known piper and pipe major and leader in New Zealand in the pipe band movement. And then you've got, to Greg's left, you've got Callum Khan, who's a few years younger than the other two, but a really promising up-and-comer A-grade player who's, I think, for the first time judging this. So fantastic. And so those two boys and the rest of the field will have a really solid panel of listeners and adjudicators tonight, which is awesome.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm absolutely enjoying this, and we're only 2 competitors in, but we're about to get into the third. But let's go through some of the comments here. Tuning in from Athens. Hey, there you go. I think you might win the prize for furthest away. That's awesome. There you go.
He's actually the president of the RNZPBA, so Blake.
Oh, from Athens?
Yeah, so he's on holiday with his lovely wife, so great that he can tune in.
There you go, excellent. There you go, another really enjoyable MSR. Well done to Lucas. Yeah, have to agree. That was a great run there. That was lovely. Great big sound. Kenneth, I agree. Yes. And right, we're about to get into our third competitor now, who is Sheamus Eade, who in the Pembroke earlier on today played an absolute thumper. He had a great run there. So Sheamus is 18. And he's been competing since he was 8 years old. And, well, we're talking about setup, so let's get into the weeds here. He plays a full set of McCraigs made by McCallum. So a set of McCallums. He even goes into detail with the reeds he's using. He plays easy drones. Easy drone reeds. And an Infinity Chanter. The Infinity Chanter seems popular, Liam, as well, I'm noticing.
There's a lot of players in New Zealand, including where I play it as well. So very popular chanter.
Yeah, for sure. So when we're talking about his band history, he said in recent years he's been playing with the Manawatu Scottish in Grade 1. Yeah, there you go. So we did ask him, does he have any hobbies outside of piping? He says, let me see, get my script here. He says, I'm interested in anything music and performing. He said, recently performed in Hamilton's Sweeney Todd production. There you are. He actually got nominated for an award for Best Male in a Musical too. There you are. All right. Let's welcome Sheamus to the stage. There you go. That was quite a challenging set there. That was a big Strathspey, Liam. What did you think of that?
Yeah, look, Sheamus did really well there, and again, great, really lovely, refined and sweet, and certainly Sheamus was going for it, particularly in that march. You know, great tempo.
Yeah.
Similar probably to Lucas, just a few minor things on that bottom hand, but you know, really enjoyable and yeah, difficult set of tunes. Technically, you know, a very demanding sort of set there. So well done again. You can sort of tell that being in Scotland for a few months has paid dividends for him and his playing. So yeah, great job, Sheamus. I'm sure everyone at home will be very proud of you.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. And this is something I'm going to stress for folks that are just tuning in. This is the New Zealand Young Piper of the Year, and Seamus just 18.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
So young.
Yeah, and he might even be the oldest or one of the oldest in the competition. You know, we're sort of talking about people between the ages of 14 right up to potentially 21. So yeah, they're certainly very early on their piping journey. So to be putting on this kind of music and playing at the standard that they are, then it's very impressive. And I see Sheamus's sister there on the live stream. It's great that he's got family support at home and probably in the house there in Nelson as well.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. So, I don't know, a cracking set there. Fantastic stuff, yeah. So, we're about to move on to our next competitor, who is Maggie McConnochie. Yeah. Now, Maggie's just 15, and she got her start through a family friend. Yeah, and I love this. You know, we're getting into the setups here. I don't know. I'm a bit nerdy about all this kind of stuff. I love it. So she's playing a full set of Strathmore drones, and again the Infinity Chanter. Yeah, so we're seeing that set up quite a lot here, but it seems to be tried and true. Yeah, there you are. So, yeah, whenever we asked her who inspires her, she said, "My mum and dad inspire me because they give up so much to let me have all of the experiences and opportunities." Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah,
I love
her mum
that.
and dad are particularly amazing. They're awesome supporters. Her dad went with her to Scotland earlier this year, and mum was at home and things like that. But you sort of see them all of the time around the game, so that they're fantastic people.
Oh, there you go. Ah, fantastic. Well, we also like to hear about hobbies outside of piping, of course. And again, another incredibly busy person here. So we have netball, volleyball, walking the dog. There's quite a list there. So yeah, this is all outside of constantly practicing. So we asked about her practice regime. Would normally practice 5 times a week, between an hour to an hour and a half. Plus got band practice on top of that, and then 2 lessons a week with Richard Hawk. So I don't know, where did she get the time to do everything else?
Exactly. She's pretty incredible young woman, and I think you might have said she might only be 14, 15, potentially 16 at the most. And so, you know, to fit in everything that she does and to be as good as she is at this age is something pretty special, I reckon.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. There's Kennethan. He said, not heard of that Chandler, but seems to give a rich sound. Yeah, Kenneth, it's not one that we would hear often here in the UK, for sure, but definitely for soloists, I've noticed it a lot, and especially here for this competition. It's a very popular choice. Yeah,
it's actually it's pretty popular also in those kind of senior grades in Scotland as well. So it's Peter Henderson's R.G. Hardy's chanter. So if you want to go have a look at their website, you can pick it off the shelf, and I'm sure Alison Dunn will help pick a good one.
There you are. Okay, well, here comes Maggie. So let's get a listen to the performance then, shall we? Oh dear. We always hate to see that. It does happen though. It does happen. It happens the best, you know.
Yeah. And it can be a totally random thing, and just I know Maggie will be kicking herself, because she was going so well and the bagpipe was great, and just I was really enjoying that march. It's a pretty difficult march musically and technically, and she was doing a great job of it. So sorry about that, Maggie, but there's you're only 15, so there's many opportunities ahead of you, which is
there you go. Absolutely. No, we always hate to see that as competitors and as viewers here too, so our heart goes out there. But it can absolutely happen the best. I've seen it happen at the likes of the Glenfiddich, for example. Yeah, so it can happen the best, absolutely. But you were talking about that march there, and even like the phrasing there and the low G and everything, and it's an unusual tune. That, do you know what tune that was at all?
So that's the Duke of Roxburgh's something farewell to or something. So it's quite a few people, particularly here, but I've heard it. Obviously, Stuart Little and others have played it, and it's a really, as I say, musically demanding, technically demanding march, 4 parts. But I think probably what tripped me up there is just quite a lot of it is pretty similar. So you sort of going back into other bits and pieces or going into a phrase you might already have played. So great march and really musically interesting to listen to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, we have to swiftly move on then to our next competitor then, who is Tilla Eagle. Yeah. Now, Tilla is 17 years old and got her start when, she tried snare drum and tenor drum before Dad eventually gave her a chanter and said, "Here you go," and then she never looked back. So it's been playing competitively now for 10 years, and considering that she's only 17, so she must have started very young from that regard. There you go. Again, getting into the setup, playing a full set of Strathmore, including the chanter this time, so playing a Strathmore chanter too. There you go. So I think she's currently playing, she's part of the National Youth Pipe Band there in New Zealand as well. Now, Liam, have we been following that story of the Youth Pipe Band out there? The talent in that band is just amazing. Can you tell us a bit about the National Youth Band then? Yeah,
absolutely. So Taylor's one of the players that are playing tonight that are part of the youth band, and essentially it's the best and brightest from right around New Zealand that come together to perform throughout the country. So they perform at major sort of ceremonies and concert opportunities. And earlier this year, they took a trip to Canada, which was amazing for a lot of them because some of them hadn't been out of the country, and certainly none of them had been to Piping Hot Summer Drummer, which is that big summer school that the SFU pipe band put on up in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. So they all went to that, got tuition from Jack Lee, Reed Maxwell, Stephen McWhirter, Stuart Little, you name it, they were there. Yeah. An incredible opportunity, and we're just very proud of them and everything they put in. They're very hardworking individuals and a very hardworking band, so something we are incredibly proud of here in New Zealand.
Oh, for sure, and rightly so, yeah. Whenever we asked her who inspires her, she would say Richard Parkes, MBE, and Lincoln Hilton. Yeah, two very well-known figures. Absolutely. Let's see. I've got a comment in here, actually. Campbell. Yeah, there you go. Best of luck, everyone. Well, if anyone is familiar with winning it, it would be Campbell, I'm sure. Yeah, there you are.
And as well as being an amazing bagpiper, Campbell's actually an incredibly talented ballet dancer. And so he's currently in Czechia, ballet as part of a company over there. And I think he must be almost 3 months into that. So great that he can tune in from there. And it's good that he's still following along with the Young Piper competition.
Indeed. Thanks for tuning in, Campbell. Appreciate it. Yeah. So our next competitor, Taylor, just as we were saying here, what does her hobbies outside of piping, and doesn't have much, to be honest. She says, I like to paint in my spare time. So it's kind of artistic flair. There you go. So again, the preferences in music this time, I think Taylor is one of the few who said the small music or the light music, marches, strathspeys. So not favouring the Pembroke this time. There you are.
Everyone's different.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, we haven't really been shouting out the tartans. I know a good lot of people are interested in the tartan. So Taylor will be wearing the Hallaberry tartan. There you are. There you go. Grant, because I think she was a fly-in player, I think, with Haileybury College. Am I wrong in saying that?
I think so. I think it was the years go past too quickly, Rab. It was either last year or this year. She's flown in to compete with Haileybury at their Victorian champs, and I think they've had some reasonable success. So not only there, but obviously Taylor is at St Andrews College here in New Zealand, and plays the band there. So yeah, very talented individual.
Absolutely. So looking forward to this next set there. But again, I've got a couple of messages here to my own personal social media saying that, the heart goes out to Maggie after the breakdown. So it happens, it honestly happens to the best. Yeah. So, very much looking forward to this. We're going to take a little short break at this point as we're waiting for Tilla. I believe she's in the wings currently in the final tuning, just making that adjustment. So we were saying this earlier, Liam, about that change, from practice room to stage. So maybe I'll unpack that in a minute or two. But let's welcome Tilla to the stage. They are. That was a cracking good run there. Liam, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, look, there was lots to like about that, and Taylor certainly had three really demanding tunes there. Unfortunately, just a little slip in the stress day, and then sort of a bigger one, and repeated the second part a couple more times than she should have. So look, again, it's that stress and nerves that come from being on the big stage, and I
Yeah.
know she's been exceptionally busy working up to this and doing a lot of practice. So again, lots to like about that. Just unfortunately, little things that the judges will have to take into consideration when they add up their score sheets and make their final decisions.
There you are. Yeah, I love to see judges under pressure, and I think that's what's happening right there. Like they don't look happy. They look worried. They're like, oh, how are we going to sort this?
That's right. And I think everyone sits there and thinks that the judges are just waiting for something to go wrong or whatever, and actually nothing could be further from the truth. Actually, judges, particularly when the competition's as good as this is, they'll be sitting there really weighing up lots of things and just add the margins, really minor details that might make the difference between someone getting a prize and someone not. So definitely a tough job for those three men on the pen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to go through some of the comments here briefly. We got another comment in here. They've worked so hard, Maggie, be proud. There you are. Have to agree, absolutely. Another one in from Kenneth saying, what lovely control. Great handwork, nice swing to it. Excellent, good stuff. Glad you're enjoying it, Kenneth. There you go. So keep the comments coming in, folks. If you are just tuning in, this is the New Zealand Young Piper of the Year competition, and we're in the light music competition. And you can go back and rewatch all of the Pembroke action from this morning. So that's all up there now. So you can go back and rewatch that. But we would like you to stick with us because our next competitor is Sam Foote. Now, Sam is just 16 years old. I want you to keep that in mind whenever you're listening to this next performance, because Sam absolutely thumped out a big tune this morning. I was very impressed. Whenever we asked Sam how he got a start, he said, just found out about it through school and thought it was something interesting, so I'll give it a go. Yeah. And here we are now, one of the biggest stages. There you go. When we asked him about his setup, he's playing a set of Peter Henderson heritage pipes, actually. Yeah, and a Gandhi chanter. Now, I don't know much about the Gandhi chanter. Can you tell us a bit about that, Liam?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that'll be a McCallum Gandhi cut. So that'll be the chanter that Alex and Bruce Gandhi play, that I think they've done some work with McCallum, and certainly a great chanter. Sam's a great player, and every time I've heard him play, he's got a great bagpipe. So it'll be a real treat to listen to that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to this now. He said he is a current member of the St Andrews College Pipe Band and also a member of the National Youth Band there as well. And when we asked who inspires him, he said Graham Bryce. There you are. Good stuff. So hobbies outside of piping includes playing hockey. There you are. So hockey's not much of a huge sport here in the UK, but it's got quite a following worldwide. But you ever tried hockey yourself, Liam?
Yeah, so there's I think he'll be talking about the old field hockey probably. Ice hockey. So it's pretty big in New Zealand. I did play as a kid. I was absolutely hopeless, but my sister was very good. She made it all the way to New Zealand representative, and my brother-in-law, who's currently actually in Europe on a hockey trip with the kids that he teaches, also made it to New Zealand.
Wow.
Hockey's big here in New Zealand, and certainly Sam's a great player as well, from what I understand.
Hey, there you go. So not only a brilliant piper, but a great hockey player too. I wonder do the two worlds sort of, help each other? Does being a good hockey player make you a good piper? Yeah, that's it.
You'd want to be protecting your hands at all costs, otherwise if the ball goes up the stick and hits them, you'd be in a fair amount of trouble.
You would be, yeah, for sure. Now, we were mentioning earlier there just briefly about the movement between the tune-up room, the practice room that's backstage, to the auditorium, and there does seem to be a bit of a climate change between rooms.
Yeah, and that's pretty standard, I think, worldwide, wherever you go, and obviously it can have a bit of an effect on the bagpipe. Obviously there'll be that initial, people will want to jump in and start changing things, but often, as you see with some of these players, you just sort of let it settle a bit and see where it lands. It can work both ways. It can be hotter, it can be colder, and obviously that'll have an effect on how the bagpipe sounds and tunes.
Yeah, that's it. And we're not seeing huge changes in tuning here. They're just little tweaks, not much. Yeah, that's it. Very subtle. So looking forward to hearing Sam's set now. Because For those of you who caught the paper this morning, yeah, it was absolutely special. I'm looking forward to this now. And again, I have to ask, keep in mind, Sam is only 16.
Yeah, 16 and very tall. So he might be the tallest player here on stage tonight. Very tall individual.
There we go. All right. So let's get a listen to Sam then. Liam, what do you say to that? Oh my word!
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and particularly musically, Sam kind of was going for it, and so I really liked that. It's sort of, down under potential the tendency is to play, excuse me, a little bit more reserved, a little bit back, but Sam was not holding back there at all. So I really enjoyed that, and three great tunes there. So well done.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic! The reel had me. That was played with such confidence and just a lot of swagger, I think, as they say. That was really, really cool. Yeah. So here we go. Some of the messages here. Ken said, wow, this kid is fantastic. Yeah. And that's, as I said, only 16. It's scary how good that is. Yeah.
And particularly, three pretty technically demanding tunes there as well. And a six-parted reel to finish. So Sam was certainly going a bit above and beyond there. So yeah, great stuff. It's awesome to see. Absolutely,
yeah. And there's Courtney said, well done, Sam. Solid performance. Loving listening in from Osaka in Japan. There you go. Cool.
And Jeff. So Courtney and Jeff are on holiday in Japan at the moment. So it's great to see them tuning in, and hope you're enjoying all of the sushi and the delights that happen in Japan.
Oh, there's a place I would love to get to. Yeah. But I don't think they have much in the way of any piping competition, so nah.
No, I think there's sort of a bit of a piping community, but I don't think it's massive. I know that, for instance, actually earlier this year, Brendan Eade and Sheamus and the family went to Japan as well, took in the sights, and ended up in those little mini Mario Karts that run around the city, which was pretty cool to see. You sort of get dressed up and run around in those. So that was cool. Hopefully Jeff and Courtney can do the same. We can have some pictures of that.
There you go. Send us in a picture. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. All right. Well, our next competitor then. Let me get a look here, actually, because I think we do have a withdrawal. So we do. Yeah. So our next competitor then is McKenzie Liden. Now, McKenzie earlier on, again, thumped out a huge tune. That was really, really good. So you can go back, by the way, for those of you who did manage to miss it, that was this morning. All of our coverage from the Pembroke competition was live streamed earlier on. So you can go back and watch that. So that's what I'm talking about when I had a good set earlier on. So how did McKenzie get her start? Well, it was after watching a video of the Edinburgh Tattoo. That's random right there. But I know that a lot of people have watched that and go, I want to try that. So you just don't know where you're going to discover bagpiping. It's very random. So McKenzie is 19 and has been playing competitively now for about 8 years. And setup, let's get into the setup. Again, playing a set of Strathmores with a Canmore synthetic bag and a set of Easy Drones. There we go. So we don't know the chanter. So, yeah, Liam, if you can get your magnifying glass on and see if you can figure out. Yeah,
that's right. I'm going to guess it's a Strathmore chanter, but I'm sure if Maliana Eade is still listening in, she'll be able to set us right on that. But Mackenzie's great and a really great young and up-and-coming player. So I'm excited for this. Actually, Courtney Williamson, who just commented before, has in fact sent me through a picture of them on the Mario Kart. So
brilliant.
You can do with it what you will.
Excellent stuff. Well, I'm glad they're having a good time out there. That's brilliant. So we asked McKenzie what her highest achievement was to date, and she's actually came second in the bronze medal at the Hastings Highland Games. There you are. Can you tell us a bit more about that event, the Hastings Highland Games?
Yeah, so we've sort of got 4 or 5 major competitions throughout the year, and Hastings is Easter weekend here in New Zealand, and that's essentially our big medal competition. So the gold medal, silver medal, and bronze medal, and then the clasp to the gold medal. And similar to Scotland, there's set tunes for each event, and the competition brings people from right across New Zealand, Australia. And in the past we've had competitors from Scotland as well, and it's a really cool event. So what's really promising to see is each year there's young players coming in to the competition, getting into the Pembroke, doing a really good job, and so the likes of Maggie and Sheamus and others as well compete regularly. Actually, all of these players that have competed tonight have been competing at that contest, and so for us it's a major. It's really cool and sets people up really well for heading to Scotland or elsewhere later on in the year.
There you are, yeah. So a great experience to compete at that for sure, yeah. Just got a comment saying she plays a Strathmore. There you are. So you were right. Spot on.
Yeah.
Good to see. There we go. So yeah, McKenzie, looking forward to this. But now, she did say hobbies outside of piping includes airsoft and handcrafts. So I think airsoft is like running around and shooting people with like BB guns. I think that.
Yeah,
I think that's it. And also enjoys singing as well. So she's quite the singer. Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's get McKenzie on the stage. There she is. Yeah, so let's enjoy this performance. There you go. That was quite impressive right there. Liam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, really enjoyed that actually. McKenzie put on a really, really good set of tunes there. Technically quite difficult, so particularly the March and the Stress Bay, quite difficult technical. So she handled that really well. And I thought musically, all three tunes were nice, very minor things. The judges will sort of sit there, probably just the top hand, the F and the high G, sometimes just not quite bang on, possibly a blowing thing, possibly a setting thing, but pretty minor. And then just a very slight slip in that first part of the Stress Bay.
The Stress Bay there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the grand scheme of things, a very good set of tunes, and I think McKenzie will be happy with that. It was technically demanding and so difficult to put on, so she did very, very well, I thought.
Absolutely, yeah, and there we go. Our audience seem to be enjoying it too. There's Kenneth. You're commenting in a lot, Kenneth. It's brilliant to see. Thank you, mate. Another excellent young player. Brilliant. I have to agree. Yeah, fantastic. So, well done to McKenzie. So, moving on then. Our next competitor. You know what? I'm going to take stock at this point before we even start introducing the next person. Is we're getting down to the last 4 people.
Yeah, it's gone quick.
How did that happen?
I'm finally having fun, mate, and you know it's certainly a credit to the players that it hasn't felt like an hour and a half, but we're there now. Yeah,
this has been passed in a blink. It's crazy. So anyway, let's get into our next competitor then. The next player coming up is Hamish Bilton. Yeah. Now I don't think we've seen Hamish yet. Actually, I don't think he was part of the pre-book competition there earlier. But Hamish is just 13 years old. It's very young to be playing on such a huge stage. Let me see. Looking at his current setup. All right, that's where I immediately go to, the setup. He's playing a set of David Nile bagpipes, Cam Moore synthetic bag, and a Blackbird chanter. So I can only assume that's a Nile chanter as well. Yeah. There you go. So only been playing competitively for the last 4 years, and it started learning with the McAlpines North Canterbury Pipe Band. There you are. Shout out to those guys. So whenever we asked him who inspires him, he said Campbell Wilson. Of course, a previous New Zealand Young Piper of the Year champion. There you are. Also, hobbies outside of piping. We love these. He said, I love playing basketball, and I'm also in a school rock band. Nice. Of which he plays drum kit as well. Excellent. There you go. He loves to write and compose and record his own songs and compete in events or even play in shows. So that seems to be a natural performer then in that regard. Yeah. So I don't know if the drum kit world can read across to the competitive piping world though, Liam. What do you think?
Look, I'm bad at every other musical instrument apart from bagpipes. So look, I give credit to anyone that can play other things, and drum kits obviously different technically. You've got to have a lot of you've got to think a lot, and you've got to kind of remember where you're going. So pretty impressive that he can be good at that and also play the pipes and be good at this as well.
Absolutely. And I have to say, for being a drummer, you need coordination because you're not only using your hands, but using your feet as well. So there you go. Well done, McKenzie. Always enjoy your playing. There you go. Thank you very much for commenting in. So I have to say, if you are just tuning in, please do drop us in a comment. We always love to see them. So wherever you're tuning in and watching us right now, you can drop a comment below, and we'll do our best to bring it up on screen here. Also, don't forget to like and share and do all those usual things that you normally hear people say on YouTube all the time. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that kind of stuff. And there's another comment coming in there. Great job, McKenzie. Nailed it. Yep, absolutely. I have to agree. It was a great run there, for sure. So looking forward to seeing Hamish. With just being 13 though, we did mention about this being quite a big stage, and nerves could be a factor here, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely, and I hope Hamish is just really sucking up the opportunity and getting excited about it. As I said, I think earlier today, nerves are really natural, and I guess part of it, and hopefully Hamish and everyone else can turn a little bit of that nervous energy into some excitement and just really enjoying the moment. It's totally natural and normal, but certainly something that I hope they can kind of limit. And actually at 13, it's a hard ask. There's lots of stuff going on, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Hamish play, and I'm sure he'll give us a great performance.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We did ask him about the sort of work that goes on behind the scenes and what would a normal practice week look like for him. It's a minimum of 2 lessons per week, as well as band practice every week and picking up his chanter banter at home when any time he gets a spare minute. There you are. So, yeah, in between playing basketball, drum kit, composing, recording, he's an incredibly
He's a busy
guy.
man.
Yeah, for sure. There you are. So, yeah, I think we're waiting for him at the moment. I think we do. Yeah, I'm getting notice here. He is still in final tuning at the minute, making those final adjustments. One thing that the camera angle doesn't do justice is the size of the venue, though. You know, we're seeing this big pipe organ at the back, but yeah, the audience is huge too, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, it's certainly an impressive arena. So looking forward to that.
Oh, well, here we go. Here's Hamish. They are. That was a cracking good run there from Hamish. What are your thoughts there, Liam?
Yeah, look, I was gonna say, for a 13-year-old kid, that's pretty bloody impressive. But I think that probably demeans it a bit, for anyone that was very, very solid. And I think, you can see that giving a few more years, Hamish is going to be fantastic. There's very little kind of default there. He was super solid throughout, really good music, good technique, and a great bagpipe. So well done, Hamish. Particularly given you're 13, it's pretty daunting, and so really, really good to see. And might also be giving Sam Foote a run for the tallest person tonight. Certainly another there. So yeah, well done, Hamish. I really enjoyed that. Great stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. I think the word I want to use there is control. It was so well controlled, especially in the march. I really loved that. There we go. So, yeah, and there's Kenneth again. Hi, Kenneth. I said that this is fantastic. Only 13. Wow. What a future. Reminds me of Cameron Bonner from SFU. Yes, there you go. So, definitely a bright future ahead there for sure, but a cracking good run there. Yeah, well done. All right, so as I say, we are rattling through these at a fast pace, but I have to say, if you are watching on the live stream right now, you can rewind time. We can't because we're live right now, but you can go back and watch these again. Now, I'm sure a good number of you at home are possibly doing your armchair judging, and but these are the guys right beside. Oh, over here, these are the guys that they have a job on their hands. Yeah, I don't envy these guys, Liam.
No, look, and you can tell they're deliberating and talking about the performances and certainly the caliber of the contest so far. They'll be having a difficult conversation afterwards. For sure, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, the competition has been really tight, especially even with the Pembroke this morning as well. Like the standard was seriously high. We're about to get into our next competitor then, who's someone we did see this morning, and that's Ralph Hunter. Yeah. Now, Ralph had the difficult task. He was playing early on in the Pembroke competition, but definitely thumped out a big tune. Now, Ralph is just 15. Yeah, and he got a start when his granddad decided to give him a practice chanter. Just off the cuff. Here you go. Try that. And here we are now. We're playing on one of the big stages. Been playing competitively for just 3 years, however, but yeah, definitely played a thumper this morning, I have to say. Now, I have to talk about the setup. I am incredibly jealous of this set of pipes, Liam. Have you seen these yet?
I have. It's he's got a great set of pipes for sure. Yeah.
They are beautiful. They're a set of 1900 lorries. And these things are incredible. He's also playing a Blackwood Infinity chanter as well. But make particular pay attention to the pipes. These are just really, really beautiful. Yeah. So he's also a member of the National Youth Pipe Bands. Quite a number of them actually competing here today, Liam, we're finding. But he's also playing competitively with the Hawke's Bay Caledonian Pipe Bands. Yeah. They've been quite successful in their time too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, Ralph's one of, a number of really good young players in that band, and they compete really regularly and successfully in the Grade 3 in New Zealand, and very, very good.
They are. Yeah, I've got a comment in. So, well done, Hamish. Super proud. First time in the under-21. Oh, really? There we go. Didn't know. Yeah, there you go. All right, so here's Ralph. Let's get a listen to the performance then. Wow. That, do you know, what an amazing sounding bagpipe that was. Yeah. What did you think, Liam?
Yeah, look, Ralph is just a super talented, really musical young guy, and I really enjoyed that.
Mm.
Again, really minor things that the judges were taking into consideration, just sort of finger bits and maybe a bit of blowing here and there, but as a whole package, very very impressive and a great bagpipe, a very impressive player. So I really enjoyed that all three tunes.
Oh, for sure. And again, I'm sure for people watching at home, I just want you to consider again that these are all youngsters, and there's Ralph, he's just 15.
Mm-hmm.
If I was playing it like that at that age, wow. Yeah, it'd be a different ball game. I wouldn't be on the radio talking about it. I'd be in the circle playing it there. There you go. But yeah, fantastic run there, Ralph. Well done. Okay, well, we're getting into the last two competitors of the light music. We have flown through this. I don't know. I have to say, full credit to the competitors so far. I think, Liam, we were saying this earlier during the Peterborough competition. It shows that the New Zealand scene is in a very healthy place right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think we will have 10 or 11 playing tonight, but there are heaps more out there that are just as good doing their thing. And I think, as I said earlier, real credit to the teachers that are putting in some really hard yards, to the parents that are helping support and take them to lessons and competitions. And I think we're in a really good place. I think New Zealand's got a really bright future, and you can see it here tonight with really good performances. And actually, as we talked about earlier, right throughout the grades during the day, not just in the under 21, right from practice channel level right up to this B grade and under 21. So we're feeling pretty excited about it, to be honest, Rad.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have to say, for those of you who are interested in those other grades that we have mentioned that are happening, you can go to the National Youth, the New Zealand. I'm just reading off my script for the next player. So you can go along to the social media for the event. They've actually put out some of the winners of those events already. So those events have concluded. They've already crowned their champions for the New Zealand Young Piper in those respective grades, so you can go and check that out. But do stick with us. We have another two competitors to come, and we will be hanging around for the all-important results then as they're read live. That's always very special, All right, so our next competitor then is Cameron Sharp. Yes. Now, Cameron, just 15, again, very young, but has been playing competitively for 9 years now. So again, must have started really young. Yeah. The current setup here for Cameron is a set of David Nile pipes with a McCallum wooden chanter. I think this is the first McCallum chanter I think we've seen. I'm not sure.
I think Sam Foot's the Gandhi one was McCallum one, but this is certainly but this is probably one of two. So excited to hear that for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Emily. Great job, Ralph. Yes, absolutely. Have to agree. Yeah. Talking about his own band history, played with the Ellesmere Highland Pipe Band, also with Canterbury Caledonian in grade 4, then with St Andrews College, first with the B Band and now with the A Band. There you are. So let me see, what is the highest achievement to date for Cameron? Mentioned here is playing at the first competition on a full set of pipes. And for a lot of people, that is a huge achievement for sure.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that I have to agree. With being a drummer of over 30 years, I managed to achieve that this year. Playing in the circle, my knees were knocking. I was so nervous.
Totally, and I don't think you get over it. First competition, even to your last one, you still get pretty nervous, and so it's fantastic. It's Cameron's right into it.
That's it. It's something us drummers don't appreciate, is that this instrument can just decide not to work sometimes. You can strike in and there's nothing there. Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes you sort of wonder why you do it. It's one of those very mental instruments, but for the love of it, when you get it right and it's sounding good and everything's going well, then that's the reason why you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the thrill of it, I guess. Absolutely. So Cameron says that one of the inspirations would be military pipe bands would be a big influence. Yeah, there you are. And also, what would the event mean to them if they were to win? It was said it would be a nice surprise to add to the experience gained. There you are. Well, I'm hoping that they're going to be surprised and lift the title. You never know. Yeah. Okay, well, here comes Cameron. So let's welcome Cameron to the stage then. There you are. A great run there, Cameron. Well done. That was really, really good. Liam, what did you think?
Yeah, look, really impressive for such a young guy. It's awesome to see, and just a very minor sort of slip up at the end there, which is a
Just
real
a wee
shame.
error. Yeah.
You're going so well. So, look, well done, Cameron. Well done to your tutors as well. I know you would have put a lot of effort into that, and certainly really impressive.
Oh, absolutely. Now, there's one thing we didn't get chatting about in Cameron's introduction there is that this chap has quite a list of hobbies outside of piping, right? I think it's one of the biggest that we've had here. So he loves mountain biking. He loves playing rugby as well. Now, that's 15s and 7s. He also enjoys water polo, rowing, basketball. He goes to air cadets as well. He has tennis is one as well, swimming, piano, tramping, and anything outdoors. Talk about a list.
How does he have time for any of that? I mean, like, I know as you get older and you sort of work 9 to 5 and then practice at home, but how does anyone have any time to do all that? That's amazing.
Wow.
If you fit that into a whole week, that's very impressive, mate.
It is, absolutely. So fair play to Cameron there, and a great run there for Mike. That absolutely. All right, so we are about to get into our final competitor then. I don't know, this competition has just flown past, but I would ask you to stick with this because after our final competitor, we are going to be hanging around and getting a little bit of a musical treat, I guess. We'll tease that. But yeah, we are also going to be hanging around for the all-important results. Yeah. So, Liam, tell us about this competition itself. We've been trying to put it across about just how prestigious this competition is.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly for, our up and coming, under 21 players, it's a really important event for New Zealand. And you can see that tonight with certainly some of our top players in that under 21 space putting on some amazing performances. And I guess for them to be crowned New Zealand Young Piper of the Year is a really special thing. And it certainly is. You're up against fantastic competitors. You're also multidisciplinary. So you've got your Pete Rock, you've got your hornpipe jig and the MSR. So it takes something really special to be able to be crowned, New Zealand Young Piper of the Year. And I think, when you consider, the previous winner, Campbell Wilson, and the success that he's had in Scotland, other competitors like Hamish Reed and Logan Dale and some of those other ones that have played in the past, it's a really top caliber. And so for us, it just shows, the depth and breadth of our scene, and certainly that these guys and girls can, strut their stuff on the world stage just as much as anyone else. So
100%. Yeah, I have to agree. Yeah. Oh, see, our MC is coming out, introducing our next competitor, our final competitor, who is Cooper Gallagher. Cooper is just 16 and, got their start through family. So I think family's definitely heavily involved in the scene there for sure. So the setup, just a full set of Strathmores. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of these, and I have to say, the tone from them, I'm hooked now. Yeah.
The pipes, absolutely, and all the pipes tonight have been really good, and so that's really encouraging. But a lot of the kids, so Coops is from St Andrews College, I think you're probably about to say that, and so a lot of those kids that are from that band are playing those pipes, and you hear the tone that St Andrews College gets in the band. A lot of them are on the Strathmores in the band as well, so certainly a great pipe, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing how Coops sound tonight.
Absolutely, yeah, and that seems to be the secret sauce here, is that setup. But yeah, you can just hear, just in the background, you can hear a little bit. There you go, so just warming up in the tune-up room before hitting the stage. Now, again, we have mentioned about the size of this venue. The camera angle doesn't do it justice. Like, behind where the camera is, there's a huge audience sitting there. There's a big auditorium, isn't it?
It's big, and I judged this, I think 2 years ago, or I don't think it was last year, possibly was last year. As I said, years go by too quick, Rab. And you look out at it, and it's certainly a massive venue. So very special to play in it, and I know these kids will be loving every minute of it.
There you are. So, well, there's Cooper. Let's enjoy this run. There you go. What a way to wrap up the competition there.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think?
Yeah, look, Coop's great job there. Again, a really solidly musical. Mark's just saying real, again, and this is getting super critical and probably a little bit unfair, but just sort of minor technical finger stuff that was going on. But that overall package really, really enjoyable and a great way to finish. So I don't know about you, Rab, but that was a really good contest, and I really enjoyed listening to that.
It was brilliant, though, and this all flew past in a blink, I have to say. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been saying this throughout the Peterborough competition, but standard here, Liam, is just sky high, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, each year, I think everyone says this about every year, but it does keep going up. And I think, barring, one or two minor mishaps. Yeah, hopefully. Must just be me. Oh, no, there he is.
There you go. Nah, it's not. Dear goodness.
I'm sure people just love me sitting here sort of laughing away to myself. I wasn't sure whether it was you or whether it was me.
Oh, there we go. Hey, look, we're getting the comments and going, oh, glitch attack. There you go. You're on your own, Liam. I should leave it. I'd just leave the show for you, man. Yeah.
I mean, like, back to what you were saying, standard is higher and higher each year. And I really enjoyed today. So, congratulations to all the competitors. Really enjoyed that. And certainly those three judges who are now going to go away and have a bit of a deliberation probably have a bit to think about, which is great, which is what you want. You want it to be tough on the judges,
That's it. As much as we love judges, we also want to give them a really difficult time. I think they've succeeded here. Yeah. So I love your hat, Liam, said Jesse.
Thanks, Jesse. It's a good lids. So it's actually a company, small company just up the road here from me in Mount Eden in Auckland. So shout out to them. They do great clothes. And if you're lucky, Jesse, you might have one in your Santa sack for Christmas.
There you go. Yeah, so you should be getting a commission check in the mail now, Liam. Perhaps for that. There you go. Yeah. Also there's Piers saying, "Tell us a joke, Liam." Yep.
Great to see Piers here. Obviously, Piers was over in Scotland as well this year, which was great, and doing the solo circuit in the open grades. And I know he's at a sort of youth band camp, not for the youth play band, but sort of a young person's band camp over the school holidays here in New Zealand. So I'm sure Piers has got them all engrossed in the feed here, Rab.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Hey, welcome to everyone who's hosting watch parties. We are aware there's quite a number actually taking place. Yeah. So there's. Loved it. There you go. Excellent. We agree. It was a great competition. And we said, yeah, Chiwoo. There you are. Well, hi. Do you know, even with our technical glitches, there's people that are enjoying the stream. There you go. Brilliant commentary, boys. Thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome. There you go. Well, I am completely delirious at this point because I have been up for over 24 hours of this. Yeah, and I don't know. I keep being hit in the face with just amazing music. This competition just gets better every year. Standards really high. Yeah. There's another comment. Let's see. Really enjoyed the live stream. Thanks, Big Rab and Liam. Well done to all the competitors. Great standard. Yeah, I have to say. And even for folks, watching in the UK right now, if you did happen to miss the Peabrook because it was on at like the wee hours of the morning over here, you can go back and watch it. It's on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. I would stress to go back and watch it. There's some real good tunes played there.
Are you operating any snacks at the moment, Rab? It must be 8 in the morning. Have you got tea and coffee and something to keep you going?
I've got a big flask of tea, a flask of coffee, and some biscuits. Yeah, and I have my favourite mug here as well. There we go, because I know I get stick because I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. There you go. I got my own personalised mug.
I'm going to bring these across for you next year for the Worlds, but just want to give a big shout out to these are what we call, I don't know if we can see them. I'll put them in front of my face. Pineapple lumps. So they're a real Kiwi icon. They're pretty much what they say on the tin. They are like pineapple covered in chocolate. Well, not pineapple, kind of chewy pineapple, but they're delicious. So I've got those going. So I'll bring some of those for you August next year and try a classic Kiwi icon there.
I like the sound of that. There you go. So I don't know that whenever you travel here to the UK, and obviously you were at the Worlds this year and stuff. Do you try any of the UK fare? Is there any meals that you pick out as being a favourite?
Always, look, it's hard to go past classic Scottish cuisine. Try and avoid the deep fried stuff too much because it's not so good for you. But there's a whole bunch of things. I particularly like those little it's like the Tunnocks tea cakes.
Yes,
those things we don't really. I mean, you can get them in New Zealand, but they're sort of in the international section and not all that common. And there's like a wafer. I don't know what you'd call them. There's like a wafer chocolatey thing which you guys get. There's so much great food that you've got. We're spoiled for choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to trying some pineapple lumps. There you go. Shout out to them. So there's Kenneth messaging in. Lost my feed. Who won? We don't know yet, Kenneth. We lost our feed as well. Haggis, says Million. Yes.
I should actually have haggis and black pudding. So you can get both of those in New Zealand, but it's not quite the same as getting it, in person in Scotland. It's certainly delicious. Yeah. So always try and get some haggis, neeps and tatties in when I'm over there, and try and get some of that great Stornoway black pudding when it's on offer.
Oh, now you're talking. Yeah, and it was caramel log. Yeah, there you go. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to check that out. Do you know what? You're making me hungry now. And it's breakfast time here, and I'm going to be sitting down to a feed of haggis or something. Yeah. So, Liam, thanks for joining us here. And I'm going to I'm going to ask you, you're going to hang around for the results then and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm really excited and, excited to know what happened in the Pembroke. Sat there and listened to it all morning. And so that was a great contest, as you said, some great tunes, some big tunes. So I'm really looking forward to it. And certainly looking forward to watching the young people, get up there and celebrate in front of all their friends and family and peers. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. It's always a very exciting moment. But we also have quite a special musical treat in store. We have an impromptu sort of medley competition ahead now. That's just sort of off the cuff, any grade, come on up and play a tune. So we're going to have that before the prize giving. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be great. I think you'll hear some really creative stuff. And I think, we heard the fingers flying a bit more in that light music than we did in the Pembroke. And I think here you're going to hear some outstanding stuff, some really creative music and people just kind of going for it. And I think, at this time of night, 8 o'clock here in New Zealand at night, and people are just looking forward to either going to the bar if they're allowed, if they're 18, and getting a beer or celebrating with their friends. So I think this will be really special.
There you go. Or in Kenneth's case, you'll be having a snowball cake.
I haven't heard of that. Yeah, all we're talking about is food now.
Yeah, that seems to be.
I've got these other things which I know New Zealand. They're quite new actually, so I'm hijacking your show. But
go for it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can see them. Snackachangi giant cashews, salt and vinegar, and they're delicious. And they are they're really good. So they're actually, I think, a couple of months old maybe now, but they're really good. So that's kept me going. And I'm sure they'll keep me going right through the medley and for the results too.
There you go. Excellent. So I think we are due to return now, I don't know, about half an hour or so for the next medley competition. So we are going to take a short break at this point, folks. So do stick with us though, however. So we're going to take, like I say, a 30-minute break here, and we'll be right back with all the medley competition, which is in a different location, I believe. So they are in the process of moving cameras and all of that. So that's the reason we need this break, because we're moving stuff around and reconnecting and all of that stuff. So hopefully there won't be any more future internet issues. If there is, I can only apologize. It's live. That's what it is. If this was me in the podcast, I would edit out all the mistakes and we'd sound fantastic. So just before we go, we got a comment there. Fantastic event and excellent playing. Have to agree. Yeah. So as we're on this 30-minute break and you're watching us live right now, you can actually move that slider back the way and actually catch some of the performances again. And yeah, I would urge you to go and do that if you did miss any. So Liam, I will see you in about half an hour or so. We're going to take a quick break here. But yeah, I will see you later on. Thank you. Big finish there. Well, apologies, folks. That did kind of catch us all by surprise here. We were not expecting the medley competition to be so quick. There we go. So was that Sam? I think that was Sam Foote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. So just to describe what we're witnessing right now, this is kind of the in-betweeny bit. This is where normally nothing would happen, but they're now filling this. It's quite a fun competition. Do you want to tell us a wee bit about this then, Liam?
Yeah, look, I think it's exactly as you've described it. It's sort of just get up and play some tunes and put your best foot forward. And I think Sam's, a great player, and he put on some great tunes there. The Stuart Little interpretation of the Highland Wedding there was fantastic, and just great fingers. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of it. I think we're going to have a whole bunch of different types of music. We're going to have a whole bunch of different formats, which is really exciting. And it's just an opportunity for the young players to let their hair down a bit, enjoy a bit of music, excuse me, and celebrate probably a great weekend's worth of piping.
Yeah, that's it. I think this is just the fun part. I think that's what I'm getting here. Our musicians are just having a bit of fun with this,
Yeah, absolutely. and you can see from Sam there, he was enjoying it, and still a bit of nerves. I suspect behind the camera and to the right of the camera a bit, there's a whole bunch of people. So the nerves will be real for sure. You'll be wanting to put your best foot forward, but equally, I think everyone at this stage is probably grabbed a drink or enjoying the crack with everyone, and you're certainly going to enjoy some music along the way for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's Kenneth. He's still with us. Hi, Kenneth. He said Sam is a cracking player. I have to agree. Yeah, that was a great set there. So fun is the name of the game here. I think we're not into serious Pibroch here, and we're not into serious MSR as we were listening to earlier. This is just a bit of crack. Yeah. So I think up next we might have Sheamus Eade, I think.
Oh, there he goes.
We can hear. Yeah. Oh, he's coming down the stairs.
Oh, look at him go.
There you go. All right, let's enjoy this. Oh, what a finish! Oh my word!
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah, look, as I said, I think earlier, Sheamus has obviously spent a bit of time on Sky with Dr. Angus McDonald, and you can certainly hear from some of the playing that he's doing. There's a lot of real creativity coming through, and look, Sheamus, that was superb, just really really enjoyable, and lots of, as I said, lots of different kind of styles of music, lots of different types of tunes. So yeah, really great. I loved that.
That was really enjoyable, yeah. And I think there's Kenneth who's been commenting all along. Medleys are my favourite part of the pipe band competitions. Love the freedom to play what you like. Slow airs made the hair stand up on me. So I have to say, New Zealand has a great future with these young, talented young people. There you are. Have to agree. Yeah, listening to that, absolutely. That was a big finish there. What did you call that tune? Do you know?
So I think it's the foot. So it's actually from memory. It's the end of the Manawatu Scottish pipe bands medley.
Yeah.
And I think it's a Willie Rowe arrangement of the jig, the foot tapper. So
Right.
I think written by Stuart Sampson. I could be totally wrong there, but great tune. And you will have heard, I think, Scottish Power a couple of years ago playing the foot tapper in their medleys, and really difficult jig and equally difficult arrangement of the reel there. Superb.
100%, yeah. And but the slides and everything too. Like, yeah. Oh, here we go. This is Callum Petrie, I think.
That's right.
Callum, yeah. So let's welcome Callum to the stage then. Yeah. You are. Yeah, do you know what? I'm suitably impressed there. So well done, Callum. That was brilliant.
Yeah, so Callum, I think, is originally from Scotland, and his family immigrated out here when he was a bit younger. So I think Callum must be about 19 or 20 now, and probably was competing, I think, in the C or the B, and certainly a very talented player. And you can just hear from that music there, great fingers, and yeah, loved it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure we're going to see more from him in future. Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a comment in there saying that Sheamus composed the second tune. I don't know if they're talking about Callum's medley there that he played. I'm not sure what second tune. Was it in that set we just heard or the one before? Or there. Well, that's interesting, though. Yeah. So that's it. Like, a lot of these young players are composers as well, Liam.
Yeah, they are. And, it's one of those things where... particularly at summer schools and things like that, they run tune writing competitions that kids can submit tunes that they've written and ideas that they've come up with, and it'd be fantastic to pull together a book. There's already sort of a book that was pulled together maybe 5 or 6 years ago of the old summer school tunes that have won prizes in the competitions, but certainly there's a lot more material out there which won't have been heard very much.
There we go. Oh, I can see McKenzie on stage now. So, yeah, let's get a listen to McKenzie Liden. Yeah? Yeah, hopefully, if we can get sound. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully we can get the mics turned on, whatever the story is. This is live, folks. This is what happens. Yep. Liam, we're missing the performance. What's going on?
I know, where is the sound? And Mackenzie's a great sort of medley player. She's got lots of really creative arrangements. So hopefully we've got the sound soon.
I hope so. Because just playing away and we can't hear it. Hey, this is live. This is what happens. You have internet glitches, people disappear, they freeze, and sometimes your mics don't work.
That's right. But I'm sure Mackenzie's having a great tune, and I've heard her play in medley competitions in the past, and certainly so her teachers, are Brendan Eade and Meliana Eade, and so she's got a very heavy, Dr. Angus influence there as well. So she plays really creative stuff. Here we go.
Oh, hey, there we go. We'll listen to the rest now. There you are. So sorry, folks, who missed the beginning of that. But yeah, shout out to McKenzie. That sounded great. That.
Yeah, look, we only got the slow air and a couple of jigs, but superb tunes. And as I said, Mackenzie's really musical, and so awesome to hear a bit of an interpretation of the first jig as sort of a wee bridge type thing, which was cool and great figures. So well done, Mackenzie. A big weekend, and got to remember that they've been playing all day and multiple events and a big night tonight. So to come out and still have the fingers going really well and putting on performances is really exceptional. So
yeah, that's it. It's been a pretty long day at this stage, and we are seeing some pipers up there with pretty red faces. I think Per Callum was up there.
That's right.
Big red cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. And I keep forgetting about you. You've been up all night, maybe a couple of hours of sleep. So good on you for keeping on going. You're still really coherent, which is great.
Oh, well, just about coherent. Yeah, wait until the results are read out, and then I won't know my own name or where I am, where I parked my car, anything. So, yeah, we're getting a lovely slide at the end. Yes. Do you know, that's one of the things I'm admiring here is the technique. This event's fun, but the technique's still there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was thinking that actually from Sam through all the competitors, the fingers are still going really, really well. And we're not hearing many drop grace notes, if any, so very impressive.
Yeah. Oh, well, here's Tilla. Here's our next competitor. Let's get a listen. No messing there. Wow.
That's right. That finish was certainly the highlight for me in terms of like that Troy's wedding and what she did there in the end was really
Yeah,
good. So very well done, Taylor. Big day. So great job.
absolutely. Some of those transitions too in between tunes, like really well done. Yeah, loved that. Do you know something? Now this was very distracting for me, but I couldn't help but pay attention to the banner behind her.
Mm,
I was thinking, is that going to stop her bass drone?
I was thinking the same thing, and I was hoping that it wouldn't, and thankfully it didn't. It would
Yeah,
have been such a distraction. So, but she was awfully close to that, and so I'm glad it kept going. And she finished, as I say, really strongly. So that was awesome.
there you are. Yeah, I'm getting comments in. What a fun set. I have to agree. Brilliant. So I think this is our last competitor then. This is Nicholas Weston. Yeah, so we can hear, but we can't see. But, right, let's get a listen to Nicholas then, shall we? Excellent stuff there. Wow. And I just don't know what to say. Just going to say, Liam, I have no words.
Awesome music. That whole cabaret sort of march, Stress Bay and Real thing at the start, and going in to finish with the Alan McPherson jig and hornpipe. Very impressive. I think you mentioned he was 17, but he's actually only been playing, I think, 3 or 4 years. And so to be as good as he is at this stage is just incredible. So great way to finish the day's music. And yeah, well done, Nicholas. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, well, there we go. There's Callum, I think. Yeah, hello. So we're now going to be getting ready for the all-important results. So that's the end of the kind of the freestyle medley bit. So I think someone asked in the comments, actually, who let me see, I'll get a look at the comments here again. There's Kenneth said the standard of the medleys has been incredible and wouldn't want to be the one judging. Yeah, I agree. So just to look at that, actually, who is the judge is Ben McLaughlin. Has that job.
Yeah.
Not an easy task.
No, exactly. And so he was that MC that we saw a little bit of during the March Stress Bay and Real. So he was the one in the kilt. So Ben's a great player. He was the former pipe major of the Auckland and District Pipe Band, and now lives in Christchurch with his wife Grace. And I think they're expecting their firstborn in the next couple of months, which is really exciting. And so, brilliant. Yeah, awesome for Ben to have that opportunity to sit there and listen to some amazing music, tonight and throughout the day. And surely he'll be sitting there racking his brains to figure out who he's going to put first.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, God love him. So as we see, we're setting up a mic and everything. We're just making preparations here. And this is quite a big moment for the competitors now. This is months worth of work, a long day of competing. All comes down to this.
Yeah,
it's a big moment.
And you will have seen, when Nicholas was playing and the camera sort of circled around a bit, there's a big audience there. There's a lot of players and, competitors, teachers, judges, family, parents, everything. So big moment. And I know there'll be, a lot of nerves there in the audience, and particularly for those who played well. And there'll be some competitors who haven't heard any results yet. So I don't think any of the B grade or the under 21 have obviously been posted. So there'll be a lot of apprehension, and which makes it all the more exciting. No one really knows what's going to happen.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So I think right now they're just... That's coming through to me now, yeah, it is. We can hear you, yeah. So we're just getting things lined up and getting everything ready. I have to say, folks, if you enjoyed this competition at all, if the Pembroke competition or the light music or even just that freestyle medley, please drop this video a like and make sure and share it with your mates. I think the sharing is the most important part because we want to draw more attention to all of this amazing talent in New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And just, I said it earlier, but just to repeat, just really appreciate all the work that you do, Rab. Just not even with this contest, where you do a lot, in terms of the live streaming and getting it out there. But you've been a massive supporter in terms of what we do with the Nationals, the National Pipe Band Championships live stream, and having us on and talking about that and promoting what we do. So really grateful for that. And also, Callum, we saw him there, and I think the prize giving will start pretty soon. But Callum and his wife Kate and Bryce and the whole Gilchrist whānau and Celtic Pipe Band, this is just an incredible event, and you can see how much effort goes into what they put on. It's a real masterclass in terms of competition, and so I'm just super grateful to have been able to sit here and chat to you, Rab, and listen to some amazing music and enjoy the results for sure. I think Rab might have frozen again, so I will talk. Just because, otherwise, oh no, there he is. He's back.
I'm back. Yeah, just a wee blip.
I thought I was going to have to, solo this for a bit, and I was going to try and do a better effort than I did before. But you're all good. So I was just, saying, Callum and you, thanks for everything. It's just been great, and very much looking forward to seeing who wins.
You're very welcome. I mean it whenever I say that. It's absolutely an honour to be a part of things like this. Like, this is an incredible event, and just to be in the same vicinity of it, it's fantastic. So yeah, and ourselves in the Big Rab Show, we love streaming this event every year because it does showcase some of the best talent available. Yeah. So there we got Kenneth. Kenneth, thank you for keeping us company all the way through the stream. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Thanks, Rob, for streaming. Not a problem. Yeah, very welcome.
Is he must be possibly from down under, is he? Because he's been.
I'm not sure, actually. Kenneth, where are you from? Let us know. But you've watched the whole thing, man. Yeah, fair play to you.
And look, we've had just a bit of a shout out to some of the families that have been watching. We've had a number of the competitors, parents and sisters and siblings and friends watching. And, I know Maliana Eade in particular was up early this morning watching the contest, and her son, Sheamus, is playing. But, there's a number of other students that she's got here as well. I know Richard Hawke at one stage, who's the pipe band director at St Andrews College, was sitting this morning listening at home, and I assume he might still be listening or was listening to the MSR. So it's fantastic that you can take it to people's lounges, living rooms, offices,
Absolutely.
potentially beds, around the country. So it's awesome.
And he's from Ayr in Scotland. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we've had really a truly international audience tuning in for this. Denmark, New York, just everywhere. It's been crazy. So, but again, I have to stress, if you have enjoyed the contest at all, please do share it out far and wide. Oh, I think now comes the moment of truth, eh?
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, everybody. Oh, I'm nervous. I don't know about them. Ah, no! He checked his notes and then thought, oh, hold on, there's something I'm not sure about. He done a rab there. He done a rab and I go, okay, I'm good. No, I'm not.
I was just going to say, in terms of the people that are watching from overseas, thank you so much. It's I think for Andy, that's great. Bunda Noon.
Yeah.
Very confusing
Excellent.
names in Australia. We've got quite confusing names in New Zealand for some people, but there's some very confusing names in Australia. So what is, we just appreciate it. We know it's different time zones for a lot of people, and you're up either really early or you're up very late. And so super grateful for the support that you're showing New Zealand. It's awesome. And if you ever get the opportunity to come here and be part of it and watch one of the solo contests, compete in them, or come for the Pipe Band Championships in March, would be grateful.
There you are. Oh, I think we're going almost.
Thank yous and prize giving time. So hopefully they're hearing that through the live stream. So I'm going to talk into a mic, but you're not going to hear any amplification, which is a little bit weird. Welcome to New Zealand Young Pipe. We're almost there, almost finished. Another successful year. Very happy with how it's gone. So we'll rip into some thank yous. So firstly to our judges. For the first year we've been able to have Greg Wilson judge, Ian and Nigel come back. They did our first year in 2018. New judge this year, and Callum Khan, who competed in the very first competition as well. And then Ben McLaughlin's a repeat from last year. So thank you for giving up your time. And I know you've enjoyed the weekend. And yeah, round of applause for you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ben, for being our MC. I know that's a difficult job to do, but you did really good job, so appreciate that. Takes a bit of pressure off me. To our runners, hopefully I don't forget anyone. Without these guys, they've been doing it for a few years now. They're seasoned professionals. Ewan, Joe, Evie, Andrew, Darwin, Kieran, Ed and Matt, thank you very much for your efforts putting the show together. We know the live sheets helps a lot, but having that personal touch is key. So big round of applause for those guys. And obviously to Maiden partner Kate. She does all the graphics and all the behind the scenes stuff and unsung hero. We decided to put this competition on probably about 10 years ago, and 6 years ago we managed to make it happen, and it's really just us two, and we have a guy that manages to get us grant money every year, otherwise it's just us putting it together, and then anyone that can help on the day. So thank you, Kate. Appreciate it. We had helpers last night that just volunteered their time. We didn't even ask, and they turned up and turned around, and the whole place was set up exactly like previous years. So keep that up. It's definitely, I know the first year we probably spent 5 hours setting it up, and last night it was an hour. So really appreciate that. To NCMA, or Nelson Centre of musical arts. World-class facility. It's bloody great. Temperatures are good. Nice soundproofing between rooms. It's comfortable. There's enough space. So great venue, and they do us a great discount to make sure it happens every year. Major sponsors. We got some great funding this year. Admiral's Motorin, which we plug for them. I think you should all stay with them next year. It's just up the road. Please go and stay with them next year. They put in a good amount of sponsorship for us. Morrison Mitsubishi. There's a lot of Cantabrians here, so go buy a car off them. FICO Finance, $1,000 from them, amazing. William Boyle Foundation, another massive grant from them, who obviously give us the recognition of points towards their scholarship round robin. So, and then major funder Pub Charity gave us 14 grand this year. I thought I was pushing it by adding in the live stream, which over doubled our costs. But again, having the professionals do it's just upped our game. And yeah, Pub Charity stepped in and covered the whole lot. So amazing from them. Every year they support us. So, and thanks to Andy who put that grant application in. Dave and the team from Naked Eye, it's been awesome working with you guys. I know it's probably something a bit different, and you've probably never done something like this before, but yeah, the stream come across really well, and hooking into Big Rab across the other side of the world is, yeah, it's world class, really cool. Liam Kernigan, who jumped on as our expert to do the commentary, thanks very much. I know he's still online giving us his expert thoughts, so really cool. And Big Rab himself, he's been up all hours of the night. He's 12 hours behind, so he should be having breakfast now, but he's still stayed up from the night before, so amazing from him. Contestants, 42 contestants this year, so that's on par with some of our biggest years. I think I've got everyone. Thank you, Wise. If I missed anyone, Kate? Hopefully not. If I have, thanks. Yeah, Brycey, I forgot to mention you. Brycey's Bagpipes did a big sponsorship as well, and tuning every man and his dog this weekend, running up and down, probably burnt a few calories, so we'll replace those this evening. It's all good. We really appreciate your support every year, Brycey. Cool. Right, we'll rip into the most important part, which is the results. So, actually, I want to get Greg up. Greg Wilson, you come up. Greg's going to say a few words, and then he's going to do the handshaking. Okay? Jump in front of the mic.
Look, thanks very much, Callum. Just firstly, a thank you from myself and my fellow judges to Callum and Kate for organising this and getting us up here, to Bryce and Helen for their hospitality last night. That was just unbelievably good, so thank you very much. So just a couple of words on the playing this weekend from what we heard. I've had a detailed chat with my fellow judges and canvassed their thoughts, so these are not all of my thoughts. There's a combination of thoughts in here. Really good playing across the boards. Pipes, the standard of pipes just goes up year after year. What I would say though is when you come onto the boards, take some time to make them really good. Just don't come onto the board and start playing because you're roughly in tune. Nowadays we're lucky with access to synthetic reeds and a whole lot of other things, and we can get the pipes really good. So just take a bit of time to do that. Tempos, most of the tempos in the light music was pretty good. It's quite conservative, which is good from the younger crew. But just take some time again, a wee bit more care with technique to make sure it comes out nice and crisp and accurately. And then finally, in the expression side of things. So this is these comments go for both the big music, Pembroke, and for light music. So just make sure you're thinking about the expression of tunes. Your 2/4 marches, you're strong, you're upbeat, you're weak, then another upbeat. And then what you're trying to do in your Pembroke as well to make sure it's coming out in a coherent fashion. You're telling a story and you're trying to suck us into that story, make us get our wallets out and buy it. So that's your bagpipe, your technique, and your expression. So make sure you're doing all of those three things. If you get all those three things right at the same time, the same performance, then that equals a pretty good chance of a prize and a good performance. So that's pretty much all I'd like to say. I do have one plug. The Common of Pembroke, we're running a seminar, Pembroke seminar, after the Hastings Highland Games next Easter, next year. We've got two of the world's best coming out to be the tutors out there. That's Murray Henderson and his wife Patricia. So they're coming out. It's a first for us, getting two international tutors out. They're just world class. They run a really great workshop. So I encourage everybody here to consider coming along. We haven't set a price yet, but it'll be a good deal. It'll be at Lindisfarne College after in the same location that the competition is at, and accommodation will be in the hostel at the back here. It's very comfortable. So strongly encourage you to come along and make use of Murray and Patricia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. Right, we'll get into the results. So, starting off with the wee novice chanter. So this person wins the practice chanter badge. I believe he's probably asleep at the moment, so he's not here to collect it. But just a wee good feel story about this. So this person walked in off the street this time last year, through the doors, just heard some bagpipes and came in and thought, well, Mum, I want to learn that instrument. And a year later, he's won his first event in the practice chanter. So that's Arthur Ridyard. Yep. Another wee local lad, so most points in novice piping, so that's on the actual bagpipes, winning the novice miniature again. Don't think he's here. He's gone to Christchurch to do mountain biking, so that's Keaton Reichart. All right, most points in the D grade. We actually had a tie, but this person wins on P-Rock preference, which is great. Winning the McConnochie Family Trophy, Finlay Trewinard. Let's get a wee photo. Well done. Right, most points C grade, winning the Welch Family Trophy, is Hamish Bilton. Right, we've got a cup here for first place in the C grade 2 March. This is because this event is always has the most people competing into it. So one year we had to run heats and everything. We had 30 entries. This year we had 20. The C grade 2 March winner this year, the New Zealand Young Piper Cup, is Charlie Gregg. So this is moving into some under 21. So, all pipe and check. Oh, most points local. Okay, let's do that. Okay, most points local competitor. Jordan Barselman, who also wins a $50 Bryce's Bagpipes credit. Oh yeah. Okay, next one is most points over all events under 16, winning the Lantra Axe. It's Ralph Hunter. Okay. Do most points or P-Brock? Cool. All right, B grade P-Brock. First place, Sheamus Eade. Second place, Ralph Hunter. Third place, Sam Foote. All right, most points in the B grade for the weekend, and this is the first time that in Young Piper history that someone hasn't returned a trophy. But luckily this person won the trophy back, so that's okay. Sheamus Eade. All right, in tonight's event, the medley. First place is Sheamus Eade. Sheamus wins free entry to next year, so that's 2 years in a row. You got free entry. We must bring the cup back. All right, moving on to under 21 now. So going back up the list here to under 21 hornpipe and jig. Yep. Right, first place in the New Zealand Championship, under 21 hornpipe and jig. So the best hornpipe and jig player under 21 years of age in the country right now is Ralph Hunter. Right, under 21 P-Brock. First place, Sheamus Eade. Second place, under 21 P-Brock, Ralph Hunter. And third place, Sam Foote. All right, so leads us on to the big award. So this is New Zealand Young Piper of the Year for 2024. So that's across 2 events, MSR and the Pembroke, and it's broken on Pembroke preference if there's ever a tie. So that's to really implement the importance of the big music, and the MSR playing is the most important tunes you should be playing in your solos and prepare you for potential competing overseas, and particular in Scotland. So we're big on that here. So New Zealand Young Piper of the Year for 2024, winning a $1,000 cheque. New Zealand Young Piper Trophy and Award is Sam Foote. Amazing, Sam. Absolutely amazing. Incredible result. And at quite a young age as well, to be fair. I think you're only 16, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, awesome. So we also do a runner-up, New Zealand Young Piper of the Year. So 2024, winning the New Zealand Young Piper tray is Sheamus Eade. Great, now we'll just read out the results of the MSR. So first place, Sam Foote. Second place, under 21 MSR, McKenzie Liden. And third place, Lucas Patterson. All right, great. So all the report sheets will be on the table over here very shortly. And if just for one last thing, if we can get all the under 21 competitors, if you've competed in under 21, we'll just get you up here quickly for a photo, and then you're free to go. Safe travels, and we'll see you back next year. Should be the same weekend. Theme's yellow, so looking forward to it. All right, cheers, guys.
There you are. The New Zealand Young Piper of the Year competition is over, and we have crowned our champions. Liam, have you any thoughts as to proceedings?
Look, first of all, congrats to Sam Foote. I think, as Callum said, 16 years of age, and just a really fantastic March Shift Admiral tonight. Future's bright for Sam. He's a really talented guy, but to all the other competitors that got prizes and that didn't get prizes, fantastic stuff. There was so many good performances. It would have been hard for them to whittle it down to 3 prizes across all of those events. So yeah, hugely stoked for Sam, and I know that he'll be back next year, and he'll be taking that super seriously as he did this year for years to come.
Oh, absolutely. So we've muted the mic because right now everyone's all celebrating and that. Just muted it so we can have a chat, basically. Yeah, but fair play to Sam. And you did mention earlier about him being quite tall. I had a bit of a laugh when he had to kind of
Greg Wilson's not the tallest guy either, so you probably won't hate me saying that. But Sam's certainly tall, and you'll probably see when he lines up against all the other competitors how much taller he is. But I think for all of those young competitors that are there, I think we had 11 in the end. In that under 21 competition, they're all fantastic, and some of them, like I think it was Hamish Bilton, 13 years of age, right through to about 18, 19 years old. There are years and years and years to come of this amazing music from all of them. And I think Guy had just said pipes win on the day, and that's absolutely true. And for years and years to come, we're going to have amazing bagpipe music from all of these competitors. And I just can't wait.
Absolutely. Like, that's quite a lineup right there, and a bunch of rock stars, I have to say, every one of them. It's the standard on display was just brilliant. Oh, there's Kenneth that said, what wonderful way to start a Saturday. Well, they're finishing their Saturday, Kenneth. It's weird that we're doing the time travel thing. Yeah, that's weird. I'm thinking about breakfast right now, but you guys are thinking about calling it a day at this point. But yeah, I have to say, I'd like Sheamus as well, and finishing in that runner-up position, had a real good weekend as well. Yeah. I was really impressed with some of his runs too. Yeah. Yeah,
look, and I just want to, I heard his McCrimmon's Sweetheart earlier today, and I think, as you said, just a fantastic run, and I agree, just a great tune. And, Ralph there as well, winning the under-21 hornpipe and jig, New Zealand Championship. All three are superb players, and super deserving of those prizes, as are all the other prize getters and players who played really well. So the future is bright for all of them, and I think it's not an exaggeration, to say that next year will be even better, and they'll all be better for this experience too, which is really cool.
See, that's it. Like, all of these players are so incredibly young. Like, our champion is just 16.
Yeah.
I keep saying that, but it's because I'm surprised. It sounds like someone that's been playing for years.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing is, someone like Sam's got 4 or 5 extra years in this competition. So, as do others. And if you think back to even Hamish and actually Maggie, 15 years old, there are many years of that, and so it's incredible. And as I said earlier, I think some of these young players who competed and performed tonight, certainly would hold their own right around the world, and have done.
Absolutely.
And so it's fantastic for New Zealand, and I think it does, speak well for the future.
It does, yeah. It's in a very healthy place, for sure. So, Liam, I think we're going to wrap it up here at this point. I have to say a huge thank you for joining us on the commentary and that. It's been fantastic having you along. Thank you for joining us, yeah.
No, mate, thank you for having me on, and thanks for putting up with my sometimes, average chat. But I've loved it.
Not at all.
Again, just to say, we really do appreciate everything that you do for New Zealand and the pipe band community here. And I hope that you managed to get a little bit of sleep today and some breakfast in you, because you're well deserving of it.
No, thank you, mate. Yeah, so there's Campbell. Actually, congratulations, everyone. Awesome listening. New Zealand piping is in has a bright future. Yes. Absolutely, Campbell. I agree. Yeah. So I think we'll wrap it up at that point. Yeah, I am kind of delirious now. I have been going over 24 hours now at this point, but I have been absolutely loving every moment of this. So again, I have to thank the organisers for having us here in the Big Rab Show to be able to put this out. It's just an honour to be a part of such a great event. And congratulations to all of our prize winners and to all of our competitors who didn't lift the trophy. You're still a winner, in my opinion. You got up there. That's it. Okay, we're going to wrap it up at that point. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, share it out there, tell everyone about this amazing event, and no doubt we'll be back again next year for even more piping goodness. Indeed. Liam, that's it. We're done, mate. Thanks a million.
That's a lot.
All the best.